Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to set up and play inFAMOUS Festival of Blood on PC with RPCS3. And yeah, if you've tried it before, you probably know this is one of the tougher games to run on PC. It's technically playable from start to finish, but it still comes with a bunch of bugs, random stutters, audio glitches, and the occasional crash depending on your setup. Alright, before we jump into the setup, let's talk a bit about performance. It's built on the same engine as inFAMOUS 2, which already pushes the emulator really hard. The main bottleneck is the CPU. RPCS3 needs to simulate the PS3 cell broadband engine, and that puts a heavy load on single-core performance. By default, the game targets 30 FPS, but getting it to run smoothly, or even pushing it up to 60 FPS requires some serious hardware and proper settings. If your PC meets the recommended specs, you can expect a mostly stable 30 FPS. During big explosions or heavy combat, it might dip slightly, around 25 FPS, which is normal for this game. RPCS3 relies heavily on single-thread performance, so a high-frequency modern CPU is essential. Using NVMe SSD also helps reduce stutter when loading game assets and shaders. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely playable. So in this video, I'll show you the best configuration I've tested to make it as stable as possible. Share a few optimization tips to reduce those annoying bugs, and help you get a smoother, more enjoyable experience overall. The game's still considered experimental on RPCS3. Alright, that's enough tech talk, let's get things ready. You'll need RPCS3 installed and your game extracted with a tool like 7-zip. I've left links to both 7-zip and my RPCS3 setup guide down in the description, along with a tutorial link on screen. Check those out if you need them. Once ready, open RPCS3, go to File, Install Packages or RAPs or EDATs. Select the game PKG inside the extracted folder and click Yes button. Tick Add Desktop Shortcut for easier access next time. And don't worry if you skip precompile cache, RPCS3 will handle that automatically the first time you launch the game. Now head back to Install Packages or RAPs or EDATs, choose the fixed PKG file, and hit Yes to install. Now comes the most important step, the configuration. Make sure to follow this part carefully. If you see a message like eCompat database error, no results found, in RPCS3, don't worry. It simply means the emulator couldn't find your game in its online compatibility database. Usually because you're offline or using a digital or beta version. Since this is a digital version, that's why the message pops up. It won't affect gameplay in any way, so you can safely ignore it. Right-click the game, hit Create Custom Configuration. Mine's already set up, so I'll just open it and walk you through. Please follow carefully. Lock the frame limit at 30 FPS for smoother performance. 60 FPS tends to stutter if it drops below 40, unless your PC meets the recommended specs. Set resolution scale threshold at 256 by 256 so only big textures upscale, saving performance. Enable FSR for better visuals, and turn on RSX features if your CPU supports them for an extra boost. In audio settings, set the buffer to 250 milliseconds and enable time stretching to keep sound synced. Under Advanced tab, set Sleep Timer's accuracy to as host, this helps improve performance. Then set RSX FIFO accuracy to atomic, it helps with stability during gameplay. In emulator settings, disable the pop-up notifications for a cleaner look. Lastly, in debug settings, enable Disable Z-Color Occlusion queries for a small performance boost. Check the top right tutorial link if you can't find it. Double-click to launch the game. The first time might take a few minutes since it has to load the game files and build the cache. You'll see it compiling the PPU modules and SPU cache. Next time you launch, it'll be much faster because the cache is already built. Even with all these optimized settings, inFAMOUS Festival of Blood is still far from perfect on RPCS3. You might still notice stutters in certain areas, minor streaming hiccups, audio desyncs, broken reflections, or the occasional mission bug. That said, with this setup, the game is absolutely playable. Even on mid-range PCs, you'll get smoother gameplay and far fewer sound crackles. It's still demanding and not 100% flawless, but with the right configuration, you can definitely enjoy this classic comfortably on modern hardware. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more game setup and bug fix tutorials.